Mama oh, wait, mama oh, mama oh, yeah man, oh, got the chest, oh, hey, mama oh, mama oh, guys so, okay, wait, let me know. I never see a place like this. Every week is malpractice. Never a dull moment. Is it the people or the government? I hear it have a boat somewhere drifting afloat, carrying Dominica people antidote. Suez in the Caribbean, the tanker in between. Radio neck drop the guillotine. Papa Bote. He got I am a farmer, my wife a vendor, my son a truck driver. Up in the country, can't get to the city, I need to deliver. You better know somebody in the fuel industry.
If you don't start to share the live yet, make sure you share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live.
Oh, mama,
Mama, oi,
mama,
Egas.
mama, oh,
We got Daddy Chess stopping by today. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. I don't know about you. I'm ready. I'm well ready. Hey!
way man. Okay, the people tanker reach on base. Captain Fred to show his face. Everybody gas hungry. Not even a line it have a KFC.
Big up yourself, Al. Big up the folks who are jumping in right now. Want to say good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I don't know where you be right now, but wherever you are, want to welcome you to Calypso Uncensored. Yes, yours truly here. He gas. Yes, he gas. No gas. Way! Are you guys ready? I am so ready for Calypso Uncensored. I want to big up all the folks stopping in now. All wherever you are. Chai Tongue is in the house. He said he ready. He ready. Make sure you share the live, my people. Share the live. 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 Boy, look at who that just decided to show up on me there. I don't even don't even understand in there. Let me switch this off. Let me switch off that. Big up to the sponsors. One time, want to say thank you very much to Sure Pay. You know, that's the place where you can stop now and you can pay everything one time. You know, before we had to go here, there, everywhere, go in the bank, and then you have to wait how long for it to clear, for or for it to pay, and they're telling you, oh, it's next date have to update. You don't have to worry about that. Sure pay. It's happening for sure one time. Yes, want to big up KFC. Thank you very much for sponsoring this event. Of course, right now you can take advantage of the promotions going on at KFC. We ready. Daddy Chest in the house. I just see King Powell just drop by. I don't know where he be there, but I don't know where he be there. I saw my waiting for the man, and now the man just popping up on me like popcorn. Yes, he just popping up on me like popcorn. I also want to big up Bloombox, who is one of our sponsors for this show. Big up the folks out there at Bloombox out there in Santa Roma. Also want to say good afternoon to the folks out there at Phone Shack. How you doing? Easy Barrel. If you send any barrel to Dominica, especially if you're in New York and Tri-State area, make sure it's Easy Barrel. You call in easybarrel.com. Simple, easy. Yes. Gas. No gas. Yes, we ready. Let me tell you, I have 2 shows today there. So I have to like hype up myself and get myself in the groove. Imagine I went pum pum shots today. Pum pum shot, no joke. I went up pum pum shots I have on today, because if they had put any other clothes on me, and Dife would have taken it today there, and or you just hear Jael catch on fire on the live, right? But I make sure I dress for the occasion. I have a pum pum shot and I'm ready for Calypso. Hey, look at who that there. What on to you? Wear headphones. You're not going to give me no kind of feedback there today. I put you back in the lobby. You going in.
But I leave up my headphones today. We won't get any feedback to you, man.
You will go get it. If you see you don't have headphones, you get the feedback. And people will start complaining and saying, oh, they're not hearing you properly. All kind of story. So you had to come.
Because I'm in a different, think of that badge, that brooch, because I'm in a different location today.
Well, you can figure yourself out in a little bit.
Yeah.
And we'll link back up. We ready? Yes, we ready. Daddy Chest there. King Paul wasn't ready. I ready, but he wasn't ready. But we ready. I want to big up. Let me take a short pause for the sponsors. Love the vibes. Thank you very much, Ravi, Kevin. This song you want to hear this song? My brother, behave yourself. Eh? Okay, boom. Janice in the house. Let me play this song. Actually, you know what? I have the video. I actually have the animated video. Let me find it for you. Wait. Let's pause that for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Let me find the animated video for you, because we have Daddy Chess is going to be stopping by today, and we are so excited to have him. He's going to be talking a little bit about his
Mama, yeah man, Daddy Chess, Mama, guys, okay, wait, let me know. I never see a place like this. Every week is malpractice. Never a dull moment. Is it the people or the government? I hear interval, somewhere drifting afloat, carrying Dominica people antidote. Swears in the Caribbean, the tanker in between. Radio neck, drop the guillotine. Papa Pote, no gasoline. Whoa, gas, no gas. We tired ball. Gas, no gas. Somebody drop the ball. The country fall. I have a family, a little baby. Can't use me jalopy. The bus driver can make $1. Point of misery. People cannot go to work. Small business gone up in smoke. All be done by out on the shelf world. Only in the Commonwealth. Oh, Mama, oh.
Only in the Commonwealth, them things has happened. Only in the Commonwealth, them things has happened. I think Alex King Powell, you ready now? King Powell, you ready? The man say I want me to play this song for him, so I play this song. Big up yourselves. Thank you very much for tuning in. Calypso is ready to pop and drop today. Today we have a tight show for you. We expecting. Should I tell you who we're expecting, or are you just gonna wait? Just surprise you. I already done tell all you. Daddy Chess is going to be in the house. Daddy Chess is here right now. I just waiting for King Powell because he I don't know what he come today with his shirt and tie and his brooch and all kind of zaffe. And I don't know if he forget himself, he forget what day of the week it was, but we're ready and we're going to get him on in just a few seconds. But we also getting ready for Daddy Chess. I want to take a short pause, but because Daddy just waiting, he ready, and I'm so excited to hear him talk, today, because for a lot of us, we have not seen him in a very long time. Not a very, very long, but a very long time. He took a little pause, right? A short pause for whatever the cause was, and he's back, and this time he's back with he gas. And I don't know if you guys grew up when I grew up. Whenever you heard he gas, it's a fight at boss. I mean, I remember I went to school in Portsmouth, and when you hear he gas, is somebody that's fighting, and to just the name of just that line catches me one time, because it's something that's going to happen. Yeah, something going to happen. And will something happen on Saturday? Quarterfinals is this Saturday. You guys ready for quarterfinals? Make sure you gear up and you have your nice done and your hair did and everything organized for this coming Saturday, which is the Calypso quarterfinals. I want to big up the Calypso Association, big up to Observer and the rest of the gang, and to say to them, thank you so very much for trying to, connect me with all the Calypsonians and make sure that they come on and shine and showcase their songs for this year, Carnival 2023. I think Powell ready. Powell, you ready?
I guess.
I can hear you. I can hear you. You gonna find you gonna fool somewhere. Fool somewhere.
You make me. I had to go high tech, man, and unearth one of those guys. Okay, Papa.
Well, you see, once your name is King Powell, you can get anything. You're the king of power, right?
Yes,
once you say
yes,
it is it, right?
Yeah, man.
How are you doing?
I'm great. Everything is good, Jael. Thank you for asking. I am sorry that I was a couple of minutes tardy because I am still
You've been tardy. This was lately this week. You were tardy earlier this week. You're tardy again today.
The last time it wasn't. I guess it was the technical, the link issue. But today I actually got off a meeting a bit later than I planned. So I'm so sorry. Next time I'm not going to be late again. That's it.
You hear that? He's not going to be late again. Never again. Never again. We don't do it. We have a tight show. I don't even want to take too much of a long intro because we have a tight show and we have a tight stop. Because right at 7 o'clock, I will be joining again on my other show, which is the exclusive interview with the Queen contestants. So
yes, I saw that. That is a huge show.
That is a massive show. Fully sponsored. Imagine up to today, people were calling me, Jael, we want to sponsor this show. Thank you very much, guys, for the support. And so we have a tight show today. We have Daddy Chess, and we have two other Calypsonians that's going to be dropping by, right? We're telling them, no, we'll wait later.
Let's do Daddy Chess first, and then we'll introduce the others later.
Let's do Daddy Chess.
First, Quentin.
You ready?
No, it's okay. No, it's all right. You know.
What happened?
You have a Liko, girl.
If Liko was a person, it's me, eh? Liko, a person. Hey, look at who's stopping by. Look at who's in the house. Hi, Daddy Chess.
Hey, what's happening?
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm just happy to see my partner there, man.
What you mean now? What you mean? Original.
You're looking sharp.
But I have to try a thing. I mean, you coming on, I have to try a thing. Daddy Chess boy, you're sounding huge.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oh, lush, man. I know Jael is going to run and ask you the first question, but I'm telling
No, no,
you
no,
that.
no. I leave in it because he greets you. I not even there, you know.
Okay, okay.
You
Greet,
can,
greet,
I'm
you
gonna,
can
greet
ask
Jael.
I
anything.
invisible.
Greet Jael.
You
Greet
can
Jael.
ask
Jael already
anything.
taking lack already. I thought it's anything goes, we. I thought we can
I
just free up
guys,
going down.
but I
Anything
visible. So
goes.
that's why I tell you, let us go. Let us
Anything goes.
go. Right? If you have your, I know you had a question tied under your waist since before
No,
the show starts.
no, I think that he just got one of his favorite songs. That he just likes jivey music. That is him. That is down his lane. I'm not sure who wrote it, but that song was written for Daddy Chess.
Well, I wrote
Um,
it.
you see what
You
I'm
wrote it.
saying? You
Yes.
see what I'm saying? Title, that's him.
You write
That,
it for yourself.
Yeah, that's
that is
vintage. That's vintage.
vintage original Daddy Chess.
Yeah.
That's what I heard in that song. And the Daddy Chess that I know, with I go back to the days with Michel Raffol and the Salon de Bar,
Yes, yes.
I'll tell you the title of the song. Don't tell me. Oh, oh gosh, give me the title again.
Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West. That is where Daddy Chess is going back with that song. He gas. No gas. That's what I saw Daddy Chess. So if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. And I
Yes.
mean, I was happy to see Alex there, Jael, because back in the day, I used to make sure that my when I release a song, I release it with Alex first,
Exactly.
then everybody else.
Exactly.
Because Alex always had a way of introducing me very well, and we used to have a lot of fun in the studio. So
In
Alex
the
was
studio.
always first.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Daddy Chess, for reminding me that. And of course, a couple of artists too, like Hurricane and Scrunter, Hunter, these guys too, come to me first as well, JL, because I did the song right the first time out. But
Yeah.
Daddy Chess in particular
You're
would
not there
say,
now, so all over the place.
yeah, Daddy Chess would say, Power, first. And
Yeah,
I can
man.
remember when he came with Wild Wild West, all his songs, he came with me, he came by me first. So what I heard in that song is what I heard when I heard Wild Wild West at first. And I think that Chess, you're gonna have a big year. You can have a big year.
Thank you, thank you. And of course, JL and myself go way back
We
before
do.
music.
We definitely
Yes.
do. We're not
Give me
going
the
there.
six
We're not
channel. Give
going
me the
there.
six channel. Give me the six
No, what is that? My brother. don't have me untidy. They're not gonna put me on no kind of thing for anyone to be calling me and tell me, "Jello, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?"
Past this,
Yes,
past this.
Daddy Justice family, right?
Okay, cool.
When you once you marry family, you become family, right? So
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
so thank you very much, Daddy Chess, for coming in today. Like King Powell say, man, you have a massive one. I think that was probably the first song that moved me for the season. And so there's two songs that moving me right now, and it's one of the two. Right, and you really got it. We were talking about Forward We Go couple, I think it was last week. We're talking about Forward We Go, and yes, and how massive Forward We Go, and the fact that Forward We Go will always be it's like the Dominica jump up anthem. That is the Dominica
and
jump
it
up
will
anthem.
only grow in time and over time.
Yes.
And Daddy Chess, we were talking about Solo and Mass in the Cemetery. And we were talking about NC's Humble Servant. We were saying these songs are vintage and classic. But Forward We Go has to be included in those huge calypsos in Dominica that will never ever die. So your name and your song is being called in big circles. That's what we were talking about, Jael, right? The last time.
Yes. And for those of you who caught the last show, if you didn't catch it, you can always go back and watch it. It's always there. It's available on YouTube. It's available also on Facebook. But we had a really interesting discussion on we were Alex was kind of reminiscing on the life of Solo and what he's expecting, for his burial and all of these things. And your name came up, and we're just talking about the great songs, the great calypsos that we also so love.
Timeless calypso songs. And Forward We Go is certainly one of them. Tenny Shutong also, and songs like that. But Forward We Go, definitely a song that will be played for the next 100 years.
Daddy Chess, since Alex seems to be waiting for me to ask the first question, I think I will go ahead and ask the first question, because I'm so interested in knowing, I know, of course, we know what was going on around that time when this song came up. But why did you decide that this is what you were going to pen for this year?
Okay, so actually I had planned after last year carnival, Um, the thought came whether I should come back when the crowd comes back, and specifically in 2022, so many people met me more than the previous years actually, asking me if I'm going to come back, make sure I come back. So, some more threats, and a few of them hit home. And there came a time where I told Peter, well, Peter, I think I'm going to be competing. At the time, I had one idea in my head, but it's an idea for a slow song, and I didn't particularly want to come back with a slow song. It didn't matter how strong the slow song was. I didn't want to come back with a slow song. I wanted to come back and really make people party, enjoy themselves, kind of thing. But especially as Carnival just coming back. So the eliminations was supposed to be on the 17th of December. And to be honest, I had no zeal or drive to write Calypso. I would just come home. I would plan to come home and write. I would come home and end up watching basketball on TV or doing something else. And the 17th came very close, and I told Peter, boy, I don't think I can do it. I don't have the feel, I don't have the zeal to do it. And I have to be in a certain type of happy place to really write. I have to have that Kaiso excitement in me for me to write. And I wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah, you need inspiration. You needed inspiration.
Yeah, I needed that inspiration. And I didn't have it at the time. And the 17th came very close. I told Peter, okay, that's it. It's too close. I'm not competing anymore. And then Peter came to me and said, boy, Chester, I have some news for you. They changed the date to the 30th of December. So you have time, you have time. I said, okay, that must be a sign. Again, the date came coming closer. I met somebody on the Tuesday. As a matter of fact, it was Bingo. I met Bingo at the bank on the Tuesday, and Bingo asked me, what am I doing? I said, well, Bingo, I can't do it. It doesn't look like. And I told Bingo, if I don't compete this year, I will not compete again. I just feel if I didn't do it this year, I feel I would have just lost it. So I met him on a Tuesday. I told him, boy, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And then on a Wednesday, when they had that lineup by NP, I was going through my statuses and I saw a picture of Benji and Tazi with their Beto and the other shirt saying Mega Monday. And I just, as I saw that, the word came up in my head, Higas.
Wow.
I just saw that situation and Carnival, and it just clicked right there. On the spot, I saw the entire song flash. And I got my stomach started to boil. I was at work, I couldn't concentrate. And I said, oh my God, when I go home, I'm gonna sit down and write this. The melody came in my head while I was at work, the melody for the chorus, and which is what I stuck with. By the time I was on my way home, because my vehicle was down, so I got a ride home with Peter. I sang the Higas part for Peter on my way home. I said, Peter, I'm going to write a song with that chorus. The first night, something happened at home, and I didn't end up sitting down. And the following night, which was the Thursday, and the competition is next Friday.
Wow.
I told Peter, boy, some people are going to have that idea, so I want to put out the song first. So I said, Peter, I have to write that song by this weekend. The song have to finish, and I have to come in your studio. I don't care who you have inside there, but I come in, we finishing the song before the Christmas holidays, and we drop in on the radio Wednesday. Peter asked me if I'm mad. So I told him I'm going to do what it takes. So I was up late when everybody was sleeping. I was up late all till midnight writing, going to bed, getting up 5 o'clock in the morning again, back on it, writing. There were some nights I was kind of a little sleepy, couldn't get much done. But when I wake up in the morning early, that's when my vibes was really flowing nice. And by the Monday morning, at exactly 6:58 on Boxing Day, if you want to call it, or the day after Christmas. 6:58, I finish it. I call Peter. I say, Peter, I'm ready for studio. Let's go.
What boy?
Yeah, we actually finished it on a Wednesday, actually we finished it on the Tuesday night. But something happened. We couldn't release on the Wednesday, so we ended up releasing on the Thursday instead. And Friday eliminations one time, boom.
Look at Alex. Alex is like,
Sometimes it takes me 3 months to write a song.
Alex, we don't know. Something happened to your
Sometimes the
audio. We're not hearing
inspiration
you.
just comes.
We're not hearing you, Alex. Something wrong with your audio.
Yes, as I was saying, I can relate because I write as well. And Daddy Chess is actually as a perfect storm. What he's telling you about, the transition, the time to it's you get it or you don't get it. This time he got it
Yeah.
and he was able to do it. But that's a special one to be able to do that song in a couple of days, 2-3 days, and get it. That is huge. But the song came out great. I mean, the chorus, the hook, the laugh way, the tempo. I mean, it's just that song was made for Daddy Chess, and he confirmed today he made it for himself. So yeah, Daddy Chess, I suspect we're gonna get something on Saturday.
Are you ready for Saturday? You ready for Saturday?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
But you're a natural. You've won. How many crowns have you won? 2, 3.
Well, if we're talking Calypso Monarch one.
One. You've won many
Yeah.
other crowns.
Many other
Well,
crowns.
one more like title, but several Calypso crowns.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've done the Calypso
Stardom.
Monarch, I've done the road match, I've done free Stardom and free
multiple
Soca
times.
Monarch.
Yeah.
So,
But these
so
are
what
crowns,
are
yeah?
you?
These are crowns. All of these are crowns.
Crong is a crong, yeah. A crong is a
Yeah,
crong.
all of these are
Right?
crowns.
Are you what can you say you're doing to probably get yourself, in that mind space for Saturday for that? I mean, you're a natural, and I don't think that because you're not new to the stage, you've been doing this all your freaking life. But what do you do? Like for those of us, I say us because Alex
The
here
lesser
and
mortals. The
funny,
lesser
but
mortals.
what are some of the things that you do to get yourself
Okay.
ready for like
I am different from everybody else. I love to be spontaneous, so I don't plan. Everything that happens on stage with me happens on the spot. I never plan. For instance, I remember when we had Soca Monarch and I came to practice with Fanatic, and Cornell and them asked me, okay, so what are you going to do? I told them, I have no idea. They watched me like, what? So I told them, we're going to go through the first verse, the second verse. After that, follow me. Because I don't know what I'm going to do.
I mean, in terms of with the song, how you break it up, what you do, the bridge, whatever you do, that's what they were asking for, right? To arrange, to work with you.
Yeah, because they want to know when I'm going to break down, when I'm going to speak to the crowd.
And
I told them I have no idea. I told them I have no idea. It depends on how I feel and what I see.
Yeah.
So when I'm on a stage, I just once I know my song, everything else just happens on the spot. Whatever hand movements I do, where I'm on stage, that happens on the spot. There are some Calypsonians that you can almost know exactly what they're going to do and when, because they're very rehearsed. For me,
so do you study others? Do you study other Calypsonians and
I don't study them, but I monitor everybody. I am a person, I believe you can learn from every single human being if you just look hard enough. So it doesn't matter if somebody comes for the first time. You'll be surprised. You might learn something from Lord Thunder. You never know. It might be the simplest thing. It might be something funny he does, and you just say, oh, you know what? I can implement that. I always believe you can learn something from everybody. And whenever I look at a Calypsonian on stage, it could be junior monarch, anybody, male, female. I always try to learn something and just admire whatever work they're portraying on stage.
That's true. Papala had a particular sway, upper body sway, that it was just so hypnotic. And I kind of borrowed it from him, the way he would sway his body on stage, even while I'm emceeing as well. I got that from Papala. It was very simple. I don't know if you remember him, Daddy Chess.
Of course.
Yeah, and he was tall and he bent forward and he had this signature sway, which was just it. So Daddy Chess is right. You take something from everyone. And Thunder too. He mentioned Thunder. He too he's very strong on stage in terms of his delivery, his stance. If you look at him, he's erect, he's strong. He says a lot of things with his voice, but look at his body. You can actually.
One of the things you can learn from Lord Thunder is confidence. he has confidence out of his word.
He does. Yeah, he really does. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man.
even DBS as well. DBS is a seasoned campaigner. DBS, his gesticulations, and
Yeah.
his gaiety, his guile. You look, Daddy Just is right. You really get something from each and every person who comes on stage.
Yeah. So all I know is that I know my song well enough, and when they call my name, what happens happens.
No, no, I know people have had in the past. We've had calypsonians forget their lyrics. Even those who have written their songs have also forgotten their lyrics.
Yes.
What do you do to make sure that you remember every single word of it? Because I mean, it's a brand new song. Like it will not even be a month old when you actually sing it
Correct.
at the quarterfinals on Saturday. So how do you make sure that you don't forget your song? Because it's not like to say I'm probably the worst person when you see it's my thing. It's hard for me to like embrace it as much, although it's like, it's your thing and you expect to just know it. How do you make sure that you remember your lyrics?
Okay, it's something that can happen to anybody and probably will happen to everybody. They stay in the arena long enough at some point. You just hope that it
Mm-hmm.
happens at a time where you're not competing. But it will happen to everybody at some point in time on stage. It has happened to me many times. I have covered it up 99% of the times.
Really?
Yeah, because the thing is, a lot of people think a mistake is if you don't sing exactly what's on recording. That's not true. So if I'm singing my song and I stick and I stop singing, then that is a blunder, right? That's a blunder. If I forget a line and I replace
Mm.
the line with another line on the spot or a word that still rhymes and still makes sense, you cannot take off any marks for that. Because as long as it doesn't interfere with the storyline, it's okay. So you don't have to
I
because I
didn't know. I didn't know that it was actually a rule. I thought that they
yeah
got like the entire copy of the song,
no 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 no
and
No,
they
no
no.
were.
because remember I might have a new verse. I might have strengthened the line, so I might actually sing a new line on purpose
Yes, I
because
because I know there are people
Mhm.
who've thrown in. I know that you are true. That is true. I've
Yeah.
if you
actually
listen,
seen people.
I I I have not sung the original authentic Forward We Go since 2008. The first two people don't
Wow.
realize that the first two lines of Forward We Go I have changed that 12 years ago because I cannot exactly
Wow.
sing the first two lines every year. So I actually changed it.
And
Mm.
that is and again, Jael, in to answer your question, to add more meat on the thing, right? I think it was Mask Eruption, one of these guys actually had the lyrics to their song that particular year. And somehow part of their props was to circulate the lyrics. So the lyrics fell in commentators' hands, it fell in judges' hands. And here you are singing a song, judges judging you, they have your lyric sheet in front of them, and you're saying something different. So that was a problem for him. And I do think he didn't make it because I think he went off from what he actually circulated as his props. So they were wondering, well, why did they send that? You have a lyric and you're singing something else. So you never share your lyrics.
Well, actually, if he sang something different and what he sang
Made
made
sense.
as much sense or
As
more
what is written.
and it still rhymed, he should not have been penalized because the lyric video of Higas is there for everybody to see
Yeah.
because the lines in Higas are fun lines. It's something I wanted everybody to read, be a part of, and enjoy. You know, who knows? I might change the line on stage. It happens. Sometimes I do it on purpose. There's actually a year where I'm trying to remember what year. Um, like for instance, the last time I competed with Country Before Party, I
Mhm.
added I added an extra melody at the end of the song. I added it in for Stardom 10th at first, and then I did it again at the finals. So I did it on the King of the Tent. And while I was backstage, I had no idea what I was going to sing. I just knew the melody and I had an idea what I was going to say. But what I was singing on stage, I was making it up on stage.
In real time.
I did the same thing in I've done
Wow.
that in finals twice. If I add something to the song at the end, depending on what it is. I just have an idea what I want to say, and I just freestyle. I just figure it.
Especially too if there's something happening around the topic, like something continues to, the developments that continue to happen. It's easy
Yeah.
for you to just throw it, like even with, let's just say
No, it's
something
not
were to
easy.
happen around.
But that's a big chance. That's a big
Not
chance to
easy
take.
because if you fall
No,
bad, that's it.
that is a big chance. It could either happen or it could not happen. And I have seen it not happen for a lot of Calypsonians who try a new thing on the night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends. You see, the thing is, let's suppose at the end of the song, like the time I'm talking about, I wanted to add about 8 lines, right? After the sixth one, I kind of went blank, or I couldn't think of any more. After the sixth one, and let's build up because nobody knew if it was going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10. I
Yes, once
intended
you
to do
made.
it. I intended to
Mhm.
do it and to keep rhyming. And after the sixth one, I couldn't think of more rhymes, so I just bailed out. I just brought back in the band. As a matter of
Wow.
fact, I did it the year I won.
But the thing about
I'm
the
gonna have to
difference
say,
with you and probably somebody else is that you are a seasoned performer. So I mean, besides performing as a calypsonian during calypso season, you also perform with swinging stars. So
Yeah.
and I
That would
assume
help.
that you would have to kind of know, when to, because you're a lot of times you're singing other people's songs too,
yeah,
right? So you could forget somebody's lyrics, or you could,
all the
so
time.
it I guess it I guess it comes
And I
naturally
just add
to
my
you.
own.
Yeah. But there is another thing, Jamie. Again, you mentioned that it just been a seasoned campaigner, been with the Swinging Stars as a lead vocalist.
Yeah,
He's a drummer too, that it just. He didn't tell her that. So, but that is
I
just
know that. I know
the
that.
question I want to ask you
yeah.
is that does Swinging Stars play better for you than everybody else? Because to me, when you perform, I feel to me there is more oomph for you
You
than
being honest. Be honest
and
with us. Be
and
honest with
Tasha
us.
P and Tasha P than let's say for the other let's say for Royet. Well, not even Royet. Royet is part of Swinging Stars almost, but another Calypsonian, a non.
It's a fair statement. It's a fair statement, and I can totally clarify that. And I can tell you straight off, I'm a
Please
person.
do,
I'm a person you can ask me anything under the sun,
please do.
anything, and you can ask me any question you want. Okay, do you remember the days where Hunter used to come with Cornell and what's his name again? I think I had just joined, and Cornell used to come with Cornell on stage. I was a drummer at the time,
Mhm.
so he used to come with his own keyboard man and bass man and stuff. Remember those days?
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Those days, Cornell did not understand the difference between playing brass and blowing brass. So Cornell will make brass for Hunter, da 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 da. And when the brass came to play it, they couldn't blow it, or they could
Oh,
not execute it like fingers playing on a piano.
yeah.
So what? Now Peter arranges my songs. Peter plays keyboard in the band, but Peter's number one instrument
Is
is
the
the
is the
sax.
sax?
So let me give you a typical example. When I came to record Higas, Peter told me start singing, so I started to sing a song. He started playing. I told Peter, okay, let us go. It might be a little too high for me. Let's go down. He went down one note. We continued going. I told him that's too low. Can we go in the middle? You know what he told me? No, we cannot go in the we
The
cannot go
brass can
half
play
the
half
down
notes.
because no, they can,
But they have
but
to.
it will be more difficult for the brass to play in that particular key
Ah.
than the high one that I originally went with. So I went back to the original key and I stuck with it. So there are certain keys that the brass will be able to execute better than others. They'll still be able to play it, but there are certain keys that they will be able to execute better. You can walk with high heels, right? But you walk better with sneakers, right? So there are certain keys that the brass can execute better with. Keyboard men don't know that. So you take
Mm.
an average keyboard man or average guy in the studio who does not know brass, and he just records whatever key the calypsonian is comfortable singing. But that might not be a key that the brass might be able to execute as well. So
So we
then here
get
comes,
a lesson in music and a
yes.
lesson in
So now
swiping
here
that
comes
might sound better for
Daddy
you.
Chess, arranged by Peter Lita, Tasha P, arranged by Peter Lita, who understands, I would say, music better than most, because for Peter to lead music lovers is not easy. So he knows the keys that the brass are going to execute best. And he also arranges the song in a way that the brass will be able to execute very well. It's not that they can't execute another, but where they will be more comfortable. So you find I walk in a studio and in the band house, and 5 minutes I'm out. Another Calypso is there half an hour trying to learn the song. And guys wonder how is that I practice so fast. I practice fast because my music, or the way we create the music, is easy for the brass to pick up.
So is it a brass thing or a swinging stars thing? Is it a horn thing that anywhere
Initial
you go, that would work for a horn person anywhere? Or
anywhere. So whenever I go, whether it's Sunshine Band or Saint Martin or Antigua, Saint Lucia, they all pick it up very quickly
okay.
because it's easy for them to execute. Now the other thing, a lot of guys when they go to in the band house, they don't know what to look for. Right? They just go in the band house and they don't know what to they cannot really direct the band themselves. So they are at the mercy of whatever is happening. I know exactly what my brass has to play. I know exactly what my guitar has to play. I know exactly what my bass man has to play. The drummer, everything he does, I'm monitoring him because I used to be a drummer. So when I come to the band house for the first time, I do not look for the groove of the band. It's a new song. All I'm interested in is that they get in the correct chords. I'm not interested in groove. You're not going to get the correct groove on the first practice. So while guys are making noise, oh, they're not playing my song properly, I don't worry about that. I worry about getting the chords properly.
A
Second time
lesson.
the second time I come, so I don't stress out any bandman. I just come as long as everybody understand the chords, I'm good. I'm out. When I come the second time, I'm looking for groove. Right? I'm looking for groove. It still would not be perfect. When I come for the third time, it's run down. I know passing back. So in other words, my last practice is always the night before the opening of Stardom tent, and I never pass back until
To
some.
practice again.
So all this week, everybody practicing. I'm not
Some
practicing.
fellas practicing every practice, Jael.
All this week, everybody's practicing for quarterfinals. I'm not practicing for quarterfinals. I practice for quarterfinals on Stardom 10 stage.
But again, you have that
Wow.
privilege because you're a
No,
starter
but
mic.
Wow.
no, but they are Stardomites practicing tonight.
Well, it's wicked there, wicked there.
Whenever I do my last practice the night before open up Stardom, that's it. I don't pass back.
Yeah.
I don't pass back.
No.
As a matter of
Daddy
fact,
Chess.
as a matter of fact, about an hour ago, I sent a message in Swing Stars chat. I said, Dave, there's someone in my song hitting a bad note. I told him I will check it out. What happened last night, and I will let him know exactly where. Might not go in the band also to fix that. I'm going to tell him where it is. He'll go and fix it, and I expect him to play it better on Saturday.
Saturday.
I have confidence that he will.
We have more to come, more to come. Daddy Chess, it's a pleasure having you here with us. We got a lesson, right, Alex?
Oh,
a
yeah.
lesson in brass. Mon pâté jamais connaît tout ça. And for those of
A
you who
clinic.
well, let me tell you, that was a lesson. So big up yourself, Daddy Chess, and I'm looking forward to seeing you pass the quarterfinals. All the best. You don't need it. You don't need it, but I'll give it to you.
I still need it. Of course, I take it. I take the prayers. I take everything.
You're natural. You're natural. We know it's forward you're going.
I think you're good. I think you're good, Daddy Chess. I think you're all right. Just don't put on don't get crazy. Just do Daddy Chess. Don't give us props. We don't care about props on quarters.
I have never done props in quarters or semis.
Just
never.
come and do your
I
thing.
only do props in the finals.
In the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Daddy Chess, he gas.
But let me just say though,
Yes.
before I go, this is a perfect pairing. Jael and Alex is a perfect pairing. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah, man.
You all have that natural vibe and energy, separate and together.
Yes,
So I just know when I come on, from the time I came on and I saw Jael, I was laughing already. I was already laughing. My mood already went up
yeah,
and I was
man.
already bumping. So both of you guys already have that natural. I always say a calypso interview is not the same as
No,
releasing a fetting song.
nope.
A calypso interview is very different during that season, and you all have the vibe already. Just keep on doing what you're doing. I love the pairing. Perfect.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you
thank
very much.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Yeah.
Daddy
man.
Chess.
Thanks for
Take care.
having
All
me.
the
My
best.
pleasure.
You're
Cheers.
welcome.
Yeah,
Bye bye. Oh, that
man.
was nice. That was nice. Yay.
Yeah, that is a knowledgeable guy. You know his stuff. He knows his stuff. Can you
You
drink? I
done
think,
jack, you
man.
done tight.
You drink something?
I'm natural like
Not
that.
even water.
Natural.
From him
We
groove
have
where?
no water. I'm drinking some water. I'm drinking some water. Drinking some water. Trilogy is in the house. Trilogy is coming up next. Trilogy is there. Trilogy is there. Trilogy, turn on your lights because you're looking like you have no lights. It's we went from no gas to no lights. Your lights on kerosene because we're not seeing you. Turn on your lights, Trilogy, so we can bring you on the show. We're gonna take a short break. We're having Trilogy first time newcomer Calypso coming up in just a few seconds, right? And but before that, we gotta pay some bills. We gotta say thank you very much to the folks who are sponsoring the show. Without them, it would not be possible. And I want to say special thank you to every single one of them who have come on board. So taking a short break. We there. We still there. We're not going nowhere. We're still there. Trilogy. Wagwan Trilogy. Wagwan. Trilogy, you hearing me? Because I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you at all. I warn you. I tell you, make sure you put on your headphones. I warn you in advance. But I'm not hearing you at all. I'm not hearing you. You need to turn on something or something off. Something not working. Alex, you there? Something is not working because I can't hear you. Probably try and see if you have a laptop, try and jump on a laptop. It might be quicker, it might be easier. Less problems, less troubles. Yeah, you there?
You still not hearing me? You
I
still not
hear you
hearing
know.
me?
I hear you know. I hear you know. Alex, where you know? Where
Oh,
you go?
okay.
Alex, oh. I'm not hearing you.
Sorry, I was muted. I was muted.
What we have Trilogy in the house. Trilogy on the mic.
Is that the like way?
Be
Wait,
What's
careful.
up,
Eh?
yeah?
That might
cool.
that might be a
It's
little.
always so nice to have you on my show, Trilla.
Hello, hello, Mr. Bruno.
What's going on, son?
Yes, you. Idea.
No, let me tell you. I hear you say that they like there, but be careful. That's political. Observer song. That is what I like. And so observer might think you throwing something at him there. Watch
Nah,
that.
man. As a matter of fact, observer have to get on the train because from since I up in the whole music scene, that's my tagline, It's true
Okay,
on the mic that they like, yeah.
okay, no problem. I'll still with
Jail
you,
is also know that.
But that's why you think I say it? Trilla on the
man.
mic.
I just trying to create controversy, man.
You try
Yeah,
and big Deva.
yeah.
Use a real name Deva.
Yes, I.
Yeah, we have a big one by Trilla. Boy, Trilogy. Trilogy, who tell you going to sing Calypso? Who tell you going to sing
Boy,
Calypso?
plenty people. Let me tell you, and for years they asking me, for years. They telling me, boy, trilogy, boy, you have the lyrics, you talent here, you should try Calypso. And, only while I was like, boy, do I really want to go and do Calypso, and risk, I guess, my identity as a boy artist. And then after, I just became a little became a little less ignorant, and I started to appreciate the genre more for what it was, especially being a young man in Dominica and having a voice and sometimes not knowing the best way to express yourself. I feel like calypso is a very great way to express yourself, you know. So
Yeah,
I just jumped in the calypso and said what I had to say, you know.
it's a wise guy. Quickly,
Boy, let me tell you, you
he's a
don't even know
wise
what to
guy.
say after
That
that. He's
guy
a
is
wise
bright. No,
guy.
quickly, let me tell you something quickly, a trilogy, just to give you some insights in terms of how Kaiso is such a powerful force, and you learn it. Kaiso, it is Kaiso that was used to create Calypso.
Okay.
Cadence was named, part of the name of Cadence comes from Calypso. So Calypso is an African root rock in basic music, foundational music that created Cadence Lipso. Cadence Lipso trilogy created Zouk, created Soca, created Bouillon.
Wow.
So the Bouillon you that you're singing now come from Kaiso.
Calypso. Yes,
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? So what you're doing,
Yes.
you're quite right with what you're just saying there. I mean, maybe you could not articulate it like me, but that is
Right.
exactly what it is. The genre belongs to Calypso and Calypso belongs to Bouillon. They are both connected. Them Trini man take the Bouillon and make it call it groovy. And the soca was created in Dominica trilogy. They man
Yes,
take
I
that
heard
and say it's
that.
a Trinidad thing, but that's our thing. So
Right.
Boy, let me tell you, you come in on boy, let me tell you, Sean, me plenty trouble with.
you know it's not trouble. I can prove that. That's a research that
the
I have
man,
done.
the man talking fast.
Research that I have
That's
done.
fact.
Udimwe Upiti Shorty is the first soca song that was created, Jael. Udimwe Upiti Shorty, Udimwe Upiti Umati. That's a soca started in Dominica from Cadas. They had the same attitude in the
Wow.
70s. And Lord Shorty,
Wow.
I went back to Trinidad and create a new wave of music, and that was when soca became a thing. So we accept that soca was created in Trinidad because Lord Shorty was the first person who sing it. Fine. But it's Dominica that was rooted. And everything happened. Even the zouk you hearing from Guadeloupe, from Cassava and them people there. That's Kadas. That come from our music, Them and create a thing out of it. So Trilogy
Yeah.
is pretty much touching base with his roots in terms of the bouillon. The bouillon to come from Calypso and Soca and Soca, Calypso. So let them Trini man come and challenge me. That's what I do. I'm a researcher, and I can tell them, look, pap, 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 pap.
Yes, sir.
So Trilogy, you're at home with your music, my brother. That's why your song so good with that calypso you sing in there.
Thank you, thank you.
Chilla, tell me, who penned this one for you? Was that all you? Is that all you?
Yeah, yeah, come on, yeah,
The man of his writer.
yeah. I have my right, sir.
Oh,
JL should know better than that. JL, ask me another question. Ask me another question.
the man of his writer.
Yeah, ask me another question. Because you so slow the answer for that. She break it up. She break it up.
Uh-oh. Jail. I
I break it up. I think I break it up. We're not breaking up. We're
because
not breaking
because you ask a ridiculous question. All right. So
up.
Yeah,
so
so I wrote this song. I wrote this song. I actually was bouncing around three ideas in my head. Um, one of them was, should I say that boy? I was thinking something right. But anyways, um, one of them was we do have like Roscoe, and we replace Ross cousin with loss. So everything is lost. So in the treasury is lost, in DFC is lost, in the banks is lost, everything is lost. That was one of the ideas. Then I had she don't want to go on Cook Street, you have to stay on Virgin Lane. I mean you can guess where Calypso like that would go. And then there was the dealership. But then now I have to big up my manager because I first had this song as a very heavy song. and then I ran it by him. That's Tridel. And Tridel was the one that told me you need to make that song into a more enjoyable song. Try and highlight some of the good things, or not necessarily good, but some of the things people enjoy about the ship that making them blind to see that is actually on a ship that they're heading, So I find that was a very wonderful piece of advice. So I took that and I made this song a little lighter so that, everybody would enjoy this song. And then also I got a nice contribution from somebody who prefers to remain anonymous in terms of, just the play on the word of the dictatorship and so on. But when it comes down to the bulk of the writing, or the storyline and everything, that's where
Thriller on the mic.
That's why I give God thanks for the talent that He has bestowed on me,
I mean, we have so much talented artists in Dominica. Big up yourself, Thriller, for that one. I mean, it is. Well, I did say that I have like two favorites, like two top. Alex know that every time Alex asks me what song you like, I'm like, okay, it's still dictatorship.
She shows favoritism. That's not fair. You can't be showing so much bias.
But it's not. But I mean, we have Black Diamond coming up next. Black Diamond we already there, right? But the point about it is that from the time that song dropped, from the time I had Thriller on the mic, because I'm probably one of your biggest fans. From the time I hear that, I was like, yes, ready.
The composition too. It's how you composed it. You composed it as well, right? The music and everything.
Alex, you never hear Thriller on a.
I know him, yes, but not on Kaiso Soka. That's a little nice. I call it a not a medley as a number of songs together, but I call it a Kaiso medley because
Thriller have how much paper at his home with songwriting.
Okay, cool. But
he can come out with how much song for all you dear.
In less than a day.
Yeah, man, I compose it. I really have to brush up on the specific definitions of compose, arrange, and them things. If you say like the music wise, like how the song,
the music concept,
like the melody, the structure, I compose that. Yeah.
Arranging is something different. The person who's doing the music can arrange your composition, but you compose the attitude of the song. Yeah.
Yes, so I compose. Well, yeah, I just learned something there. So
written and composed by you, and you own the song. The arranger, the producer, that is other aesthetics. But if you create melody concept and the lyrics is your thing, so that song is your song, and you register it on your name, own the song and make millions, my brother. You're young, and I think the sky is the limit for you, man. Just call, Gordon Henderson.
How many views? How many views does it have on YouTube?
It has like about 22.5 by now, 22.5.
Wonderful. My brother, the sky is the limit for you on your music. You can make a lot of money. You could become a millionaire on your music. That's what I wish for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. All the blessings just for them.
Are you ready? Are you ready for Saturday?
Saturday, I feel confident in myself for Saturday. As far as Saturday goes, I still practicing. I still brushing up on the song itself. Practicing the song like it's my first time that I have the song, and I just thankful for the opportunity to showcase my talents, and thankful for the opportunity to be engaged in the spirit of competition with some of the biggest names in Calypso in Dominica, and I just ready to, bring my best foot forward and compete and see where it takes me,
Mash up the place.
You working on your second song already?
Yeah, well, I understand that the competition is a step-by-step process, and you only sing a second song when you go to the finals.
Really?
And
really?
Not well, you're not obligated to, but
You can come out with another
you're not
song that
obligated.
can be
politics.
just as hot
My
and get
son,
people
Right.
gripped on
my
by
friend, in the
semifinals. Because you can
politics,
write.
in the politics of this Calypso day, when you're gonna go through the next round easily, but if after that next round you drop a new one, that is politics. Fellas gonna say, bullshit, the man ready for the finals. Because you have a semi-finals coming up, So when they hear you drop a second one, they're gonna say, but the man have to go, the man have 2 songs, the man ready. So there's a little politics. I tell you that live.
I understand.
And you also get a lot more appreciation too,
Yeah,
because
man.
being a new artist in it, the fact that you're so ready, like, because for a lot of people, they do it because they don't have a choice. That is their thing during this season,
and they have to wait for a writer
and they
to
have
give
to
them.
wait for a writer. You don't.
Right.
But if you have it, drop it.
Yeah. So you see, the point I was trying to make there is, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I understand that this is a competition and I still have to bring my best foot forward each night that I have to compete, And I don't want to come across as being arrogant and saying like I must go to the finals, so I write in a second song or semi-finals or so on and so forth. But I also understand that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And with that being said, I have already started working on my second song.
Do what
and
you
I
have to
think
do.
I'm getting very confident as to the direction it's heading. And yeah, it's my first time for real. I respect and admire and I appreciate all the Calypsonians and so on and so forth. But I'm a young professional. And when I come in to do something, it's to do it properly and to give it my all. Calypso, to me, is a competition, and the number one prize for the competition is the crown. So what else would I come in Calypso to do and to not try and win the crown? So I'm working on that. That's exactly what I'm working on.
What you can do is, even if you don't do the full song, but tease us with it at the tent. Tease us with a line or two. You can stop your song, say, "Hey, I have that," and come back to your song again.
About it. See how they like it, how they taking it in, They enjoying it.
Right.
Like the Taylor shit.
Free money, then all aboard. We mountain a ship. No more leadership, only. We sell the citizenship for the by 2026 is. And we will sail.
Shinaji!
You know who I hear?
That's an online tent, man.
You know who I hear in there? Bricks. Bricks. Bricks had a song, not hang up for your jacket. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing not the song as in the melody, but the attitude. And I'm seeing you on stage mashing up like Bricks used to mash up. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself, my boy. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, man. Free up yourself, man. That's your thing, man. Don't hold back.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, trust me, that's high praise. That's high praise. That's an honor to be, compared to somebody like
Bricks.
That win and the crown multiple times. So.
And one of the songbirds of Calypso.
Yes.
Thank you very much for stopping by, and we hope
No
that
problem.
you will stop by again very, very soon with the second song, right?
Yes.
Chile on the mic.
He should give it to us first. You should let him. He should promise to drop it here first before the next one.
He should. Right? You don't think so?
I'll give all you acapella teaser, man.
Okay, well, get us now.
Acapella teaser. You told you know?
Why not if you have it?
Good evening, everybody. I am. Bye-bye.
He's a clown,
Yes, guys. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Blessings. Yes,
Always.
sir.
Give thanks, yeah, man.
Yes, our final Calypso. Alex, we're running out of time. We literally
let's do it fast. 10 minutes. Let's do it fast.
15 minutes left, and look at who just stopped by. Look at who just stopped by.
I vex you, Jael. all them artists that coming on more handsome than me. Is one handsome to the next one. Look, now you bring is handsome, handsomest.
And handsomest.
I mean,
We're gonna be that. We're gonna be that.
Oh my word! How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am Irie. Good to see the fireman in the house. The
Yeah,
fireman come with your ambulance and everything.
I got a telegram, Jael.
You got a telegram?
A telegram, a telegram transmission. It says, "There, Mr. Bruno, can you please inform the singer who made reference to me in song that the monarch still has control over former colonies, and I will be sending my envoys to meet and discuss with him. Signed, King Charles the..." Oh, I can't record the signature. It's like you feel like there for your presentation for the final,
Good idea.
All right, the man with all the swag. You swagger-ific. You got the ladies. I mean, you're from the time you started singing Calypso, you're how old? 19? You're 19, right? I think the first
18.
You're 18 when you started in Calypso, and you always give us you always come with your slow demeanor. What do you call it, Alex? The slow tempo.
Vintage traditional Kaiso tempo. Yeah, not just tempo, but just vintage Kaiso.
Welcome, Black Diamond.
Thank you very much for having me.
Black Diamond and I go way back. Way back.
Tell me, spill the bit.
Let me tell you, Q Talent Search days. Black Diamond wasn't singing Calypso yet,
So no,
and I remember when he sang. Let me turn on the volume because I have to remember. He sang The Bag of Sugar, and I told you that you need to go do Calypso. Remember that? I told him you need to go and sing Calypso. He's not meeting his genes. I mean, his father, his uncle. He comes from a lineage of Calypso. But when I heard when I hear Mr. sing that song, and everybody was bawling, like they could not, because they had to pick a song. It had to be a Caribbean song, and that's the one he picked. And he sang that so. He had all the swag and the move, and the sway you were talking about earlier on.
Papa.
He had this sway, and he just delivered, and people were just going crazy. And look at you today, doing Calypso and having a ball. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you.
Thank you. And it was actually my father that chose that song.
Wow.
Yeah, trust me. And I've been hearing Calypso's Sparrow being played on every Saturday morning, growing up my whole life. So it's like basically been in me. So yeah, man.
And hence the idea and his kind of a signature style, vintage style. I mean, he can sing fast songs, but to me, he's a vintage Kaisonian. And I think I think he is one of those persons who is definitely destined for great things. Whatever, the sky's the limit for him. If Black Diamond decides to win the crown, he can win the crown. I think if he really decides to. He just has everything. He has the looks, he has the make, he has the swag, the voice, the attitude. It is just him. And on occasions, Black Diamond, some people must have felt maybe you were not as very serious with Calypso as you should be. Was there ever a time that you just felt that you're not really interested in Calypso and you prefer another genre?
Yeah, to be honest, there was actually a time, and I think that was maybe early in my career. I think 2014 when I first made it to the finals. That was the Black Diamond 4 King. I did very well, and from what everybody was telling me, I was maybe supposed to be in the top 4, or maybe even close to the king himself. I think that is one that year. Yeah, in terms of performances, and even he himself was telling me that.
You could have.
Yeah, that night, the way I performed, and I wasn't even mentioned in the top 4. So it's like I kind of just stayed there for a while, and I also got some advice from your good friend, the Young Bull. He told me that if they're not paying so much attention to you, which you rightfully deserve. You're a young man, you should leave, do what you need to do in terms of enhancing your life, etc. And if you choose to, you come back bigger and better, and then
That was a fair advice.
yeah,
I think you got a raw deal. I'm not too sure whether the judges really, I don't know. I cannot really speak about judges, but that was a raw deal. And that, you see that, Jael, that hurt him right there to the point where it took away someone from the art that is so, to me, remarkable. And I asked him,
passionate about it because because you could
because he
tell by
grew up
what
in Calypso every Saturday listening to Sparrow. So he's vintage. And that shows sometimes we have to treat people as well as they should be treated, because it could have caused him a Calypso career. Thank God he's back, and he has been coming back and doing his stuff. And as I say, Black Diamond, you have it made. I mean, you have the full package to become Calypso Monarch of Dominica with the right material, the right time. I think it's just for you to do. You know, it's very, very possible. And I think you have song this year that can take you somewhere. It can take you to the grand stage.
yeah.
How you feeling about Saturday?
I feel pretty confident about Saturday. I think I'm ready. Face the quarterfinals many years before already. I just think I need to come and be the Black Diamond that everybody wants to see and that everybody knows, and I think I'll get through it.
Was it biggest faux pas you think you've made in Calypso? Forget the when you burst on the thing. Forget that. But I mean, well, maybe it's associated. I don't know if that's associated to it. But what is the biggest faux pas or mistake, or if you could do it again, you would have done differently in Calypso?
It wouldn't be the Pictorial.
No.
The Pictorial was my first year, so to me it gave me a sense of realization.
Yeah.
But the biggest faux pas I made was, to me, coming back in 2019 with Don't Look for My Tongue, when I was a powerhouse, and basically being at the top in all stages of the competition until I reached the semis, where I ended up singing a verse again and didn't even realize that until I saw somebody hold their head in the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
so yeah.
That was a very sad moment for me too, because I was like, And the
And
Pictorial. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Don't Look for My Tongue that year was a year where I definitely think I
There
could
was
have
something
gone.
happening. There was something
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
Up until that
definitely.
moment. Yeah, up until that moment. And of course, I think we spoke, I don't know whether we spoke about the Jael, about the pit toilet song that he did sing. I think you sang after Dice that year. I think I must have mentioned it publicly somewhere. And I told your father, who's my partner,
To switch it.
when you deep, I was the one who was doing it with Scream Wireless. When he get number 6, I think for you, I think he sang, and Dice was 5. I said, Joe, you change Black Diamond.
Dice was
5. He was
11.
before you.
No, Dice was
No.
12.
The year you sang?
Oh, the year you sang.
No. The
At the
pit toilet
semis.
year?
Yeah, at the semis. He was about 11 or 12 within that range. Because
No, man.
There was a year you sang where he was number.
He sang
he's number 5 and you were
5
number
and you were
6.
6. Wasn't that the year you burst on pit toilet?
No.
So
I remember it clearly.
What?
I remember it clearly.
But I think,
We
but you were after him.
We have the song wrong. The song and the year wrong.
You were after him in pit toilet, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the incident was, I think I told your father that's a change Black Diamond number, because you have the association gives you half an hour to change, and then after you change, you can change again. He didn't change it, and I think that year, no Black Diamond. I'm not sure whether you were ill-advisably watching Dice perform. You know, before you don't go and watch a man to sing before you go and sing. I do not know how that affected you, if you can tell us, but I didn't like it when I saw you watching him. And next thing I see my partner burst on this stage. Boy, that was a painful moment again for a lot of guys.
Well, I can explain that. He did actually ask me to change the number.
He asked you to?
Yeah, he advised that I would change the number, but I actually wanted the number.
Really?
Yeah, to at least be in the group with Dice. Because I see Dice as basically, the top
king.
Yeah, the king, the almighty,
Wow.
in the sense of Calypso. What happened was, yes, I was watching his performance, but strangely, I didn't have any nerves per se. I went on stage, I started the song well, I sang the song well, and at the point where I missed the line, I actually just saw black. I don't know why. I honestly, I don't know why. It wasn't any nerves or anything. To me, it was just strange. I don't do get into all that.
We've
No.
spoken about those mysterious things.
But it
Those
did,
Yeah,
mysterious
yeah.
superstition.
Yeah, probably the psychological manifested itself in that. But maybe you didn't feel the nerves, but watching a man like that, you remember you said in terms of the Calypso, he's like almighty in Calypso. So that technique, there's something called silent something that probably manifested itself in you, because if he had asked you to change
In your subconscious mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Could
probably
be,
somebody
could
pass
be,
out will be on him too, and you never know, it could be that thing.
Boy, let me tell you, we were talking about that last week.
Black magic.
That's how you saw black, you know.
Why didn't see white? Why is black you have to see? No, you couldn't see white.
Because when I was actually leaving the stage, I was telling myself that cannot be true. So I actually sang the verse while walking down the stage. And I said, like, well, wait a minute, what happened?
I think
So it's
somebody
like I
passed
just
out
saw
on the
black.
boy. Which was the last Calypsonian who saw you before you went on stage? Tell me. The last one. That person that do it to you.
Don't tell Alex. Don't say nothing. Alex, not easy, you know. Don't. I see you thinking. Don't say nothing. Damn, Black Diamond. Don't incriminate yourself.
I wouldn't answer that. I wouldn't answer
Right?
that.
Don't say nothing, Alex. Dirty Alex on Black Diamond. You have one, My Granny. Who wrote My Granny?
That would be the explosion, Jael.
I thought that was your uncle who wrote that one.
No, that was actually my father.
How you feel about it for this Saturday? How you feeling?
I feel very confident about it. Well, we actually had planned to do a different song, but I went over to his place one day, and he sang that tune for me, and from he said, "My granny changed," and the way the story was developed, I said, no, I had to take that one. Because he wanted to also make something timeless, something that can be
to mark the moment, which is what Sparrow did very well.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
mark certain events with songs, and we don't, I think, capitalize on that in Dominica. You know, I think
not too much, not too many. There are one or two, but not too many.
Because I mean, the Queen died, and we only have Yui singing a song about that moment. That's a big moment in history.
Definitely.
So I'm happy that you are giving us that song. I'm looking forward to the night. I am Saturday evening. I expect you to do well, and I think the next round should not be an issue for you. No, not the final round. I think is the final placement on the final round that I think you should worry about.
Yeah, definitely.
And work on it, my friend. I think you have what it takes. You know, Jael, this is a man that I admire a lot, and I think he's a young man who has places to go in the business, in Calypso business.
Yes. I'm excited for you. I'm routing for you. I look forward to you and Black. Is that the
same Black colors, everybody? The same Black magic come back on the man.
Boy, you're screaming Black for a second there, or whatever.
You make
me scared. Boy, you make my poo boil every second there. You want this? That story
happened again.
Let me tell you. Just be careful. Be careful on Saturday. We have no audio. We're not hearing you. We're not.
Your audio is
off. Cut off. Your audio cut off.
For Saturday, if you hear me, get a head of garlic, tie it for fig rope.
We're not hearing you now. You hearing us though? You hearing us? Alex giving you some advice.
Yeah, get a head of garlic. Tie it for banana rope, a red banana rope. Put it in your left socks.
Alex, get out of here! You'll be fine, Black Diamond. You'll be fine. All the best this Saturday. We're not hearing you. Your audio got cut off. But we're wishing you all the best. We'll talk on WhatsApp, but I want to encourage you to come back here with your second song. Make sure you come back here first. let us get the taste of the second song first. We'll give you your own little time. Just link me up. You have my number, and we'll make sure to make it happen for you. Okay. All right. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Yeah, we can't hear him, but he heard us. Yeah.
Yes. All the best. All the best. All the best. Yeah. Yes, but you're not easy, né? You do undo until you give him an voodoo.
And I could give him a different recipe, you know. I could give him the blood of a young cock that has never crowed, you know, to do, you know, but next time.
You ever try any of those recipes?
No, which book? My son then.
Virgin, don't go tie no young cocks to you.
And if I do like sentencing, get a zega, you know, a zega.
This Saturday's quarterfinals, so we all gonna be ready and waiting. Like my father used to say, ready, able, and willing. And ready to see who's going to. Some next going to court, right, Alex?
Oh yeah, I think that's
going to court.
Yeah.
10 heads gonna go. 10.
Yeah, it's only 32. I think 20 advance, so 12 will not make it. I think
12.
Because
12.
Yeah,
12. I don't know why I always keep thinking it's 21. Well, the one is the winner. Is a king.
It's the
so
king.
It's 21
so we have
that goes.
Yeah. Well, 21 goes. Well, the king is already the finalist.
Final. Yes.
Yeah. So and then we have.
I always count 21 for some reason. I don't know why I always count 21.
We have 20 going to the semifinals and 9 will advance to the finals. So 11 people will be left behind at the semifinals.
Yes. Well, who will it be? Who you routing for? Tell us who you supporting this coming Saturday. Drop a note, drop a line in the chat and let us know who you're supporting and who you're looking forward to see. Depending on how people, Alex wants us to do a pre-show. We might do it if the sponsors come on, but more some sponsors, right, Alex?
Yeah, we could get the sponsor cheap and we can just do like a little chat as a preparation.
So we're hoping to do that. So we'll see how that goes. We'll let you guys know. Of course, you gotta stay on my channel so you figure all of this out. But Alex, I so appreciate you for stopping in and coming in, even though you came in late. But we gotta wrap this up tight up in a bow and say goodbye to this show because I have another show coming up right after, the Queens. I have to comport myself and be professional, and speak properly, come with vulgar. Probably I wear my spectacles, You
can do that. You can do that.
For the next show.
It's there you strong. Alex, thank you for the love. Thanks for the
until next time.
Yeah, man.
Love.
Always.
Love you too. Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right.